Okay, welcome to the 265 Entertainment Creative Agency. Here we'll be teaching. This is our YouTube channel first of all, and make sure that you subscribe before you go. Here we'll be teaching you and sharing knowledge on different areas in terms of graphic designing, video editing, website development, digital marketing, and just computer knowledge. So you just have to be there because we have a lot of tutorials coming your way. Right now we just start with a series of a beginner's guide to CorelDraw. So this is just a beginner's guide. We'll start with the basics to the finish until we are sure that you can be able to make a flyer, and this will be a 10 series guide. So just make sure that you are there. We have 10 videos. All right, so today we'll start with just the workspace of CorelDraw and everything. In this video you will learn about the workspace, what is CorelDraw, how is it used, and why you should use CorelDraw. So we'll start with that, then we'll be moving on with other videos, and we'll talk again when we finish this series. So you just have to be there. Make sure that you recommend a friend and a friend and a friend to our YouTube channel, and make sure that you just make this knowledge reach everyone, everywhere. Thank you, and let's get started. In this tutorial, we'll be learning more about CorelDraw. So we'll be using CorelDraw 2024. This is the software that I'm learning right now. You can see it's now open. All right, CorelDraw. Let's call it CorelDraw. It's a vector-based graphic designing software. So mostly Corel is a bit different to Photoshop, since Corel is vector-based, and maybe it might be a bit similar to Adobe Illustrator, because both are vector-based. So when we say vector-based, it means that these softwares are mostly focusing on illustrations. So they were basically made for illustrations. So to the people that are good at drawing, using the pencil to draw or do this and that, CorelDraw is the best software that you can use. So yeah, coming to that, you can see the interface is now open. This is what it looks like when CorelDraw is open, but it's like this just because I was working on something else, and then power went off. Then it was saving, and now it is giving me this auto backup. But this is not where we're supposed to start from. So let's open from the very beginning of the software, from the way it should be. All right, so let me close this for now. All right, let me cancel, because I saved that. So I have the backup is there, but I have the original version of that project that I was working on. All right, so yeah, when you open CorelDraw, you will be welcomed with the welcome screen, and the welcome screen most of the times is here. I click here, and the pop-up will be the welcome screen. Let's just wait a bit, and you see it's loading, and the welcome screen is here. It's taking time. It's taking time. All right, so yeah, this is the welcome screen. You will see what you'll find. How you see get started, workspace, what's new, learning, get more. We have a lot of stuff that you will find here. All right, so yeah, going down, let's just scroll a bit. You'll find some of the these are default templates. These are default templates from the Corel the creators of CorelDraw. They also have other softwares. All right, so yeah, you see that. So down here you will find these two buttons: open a document, new from template. You go up there, you will find this segment. These are the recent files that I was working on, and this is the welcome screen, as I said. So for today, what we'll do is we are going to learn on how we can open a new project in CorelDraw, and also how we can import objects into the software. All right, so yeah, basically when you want to open a new project, you just go on document, you click on document, and this will be the pop-up. You see, this pop-up has to be understood. It's very important to understand this pop-up, because this is where your designing starts from. This is where you tell the software what you really want to make. So how does that happen? All right, it happens in simple terms. You see this, it says here, when you come to this bar, it says create new document. Then it says document settings. So here is where we apply all the necessary settings into the document that we want to work on. Here we have templates, but we are not using any templates, so we'll just go straight to the documents settings. All right, so these are just some of the templates that we have from the Corel, but they are not really our focus, so we'll just go straight to document settings. All right, so you see, when you come here, you will see we have all different types and sizes of pages here. We have the custom. This is the custom page. We have CorelDraw default or later page. We have default. This one is also later. This is a Lego page. This is another later page. We have a tabloid page. We have government page. We have, these are different type of pages. We have here the business card. We have a broadsheet. We have a double. We have half later. We have envelopes. We have all sorts of different type of papers, the likes of A4, A3. We have A0, A1, A2, A6, A5, and a lot of paper sizes that we have here. So these are the page sizes that we have in CorelDraw, but this is not the only thing that we have in CorelDraw. On custom, when you are creating your project, you understand what is the project that you want to design. You want to design a wedding card. You want to design a business card. You want to design a banner. You want to design a billboard. You want to design something large format, or maybe it's just something that can be of a normal paper size, or maybe something of a regular shape. All that can be applied on the document settings. So as you can see here, we have the page type. When you click on the page type, you have this drop down menu, and then you will get the name, the most recent used, the largest page size, and the smallest page size. But this is not really what we are looking at, but it's really important to just know what you will get here. All right, and then when you go on print, you find all page sizes, custom, print, web, devices, and social. When you click on this, you see here it has changed, and it has given us all the page sizes. When you click on custom, you will see it's only custom, and when you click on print, it will give us all the sizes of pages that are suitable for print. And then when you also go here, you'll find that these are the page sizes that are suitable for the web, and these ones are for devices, maybe phones, MacBook Pro. We have smartphones, we have tablets, we have all sorts of devices that we are using in day-to-day life. All right, so when here you just find a button that has all the sizes of flyers that are designed for social media. All right, so yeah, that's what you get when you go at this top bar of the create new document pop-up. All right, so down there we have document settings. These are the general document settings. First of all, you have to know something, and that something is the page name, or the document name. So here we'll insert the name of the document. Let's say this is let's call this one, let's just name them Tuts Lesson 01. All right, so this is a tutorial lesson 01. Number of pages, okay, I'm going to have a single page, but for demonstration purposes here you can add all the pages that you want. Maybe you are creating a book, you are designing a book, a magazine, a company profile, whatever it is that requires to have a lot of pages, you can just add here. Maybe I'm creating a magazine that is going to have 20 pages. I'll just add here 20. So I'm going to have 20 pages in this document, but for now, for today, I'm going to have a single page, so it's going to be 1. All right, yeah. And when you go here, we have page view, you see. So this helps us to say, when you open your software, how are you going to view the pages? Do you want to see each page on its own, or do you want to see all the pages in a single on a single tab? It's like that. So I'm going to have them all on I'm going to have this one page in a single view. I won't have many pages in a single tab, so I'll be viewing each page on its own. So I'll just click here. This is what I have. All right, so there is something very important down there. This is the primary color mode. This primary color mode is something that you should always understand. CMYK mostly works with graphic representations that are aiming at print. So anything, most of the times that we are designing for print, we are usually being asked to use the CMYK color mode. Okay, so this is something that has to say this is a cyan, magenta, and I've just forgotten the 2 other colors, but these are the color modes that we have. So we also have RGB. RGB is suitable for designs that are not going to be printed, and they are going to be used for social media. So there we use the RGB. You understand? So yeah, that's about that. So most of the times when you are designing something for print, please make sure that you are using the CMYK. And when you are using something for social, or maybe for devices, or whatever it is that you want to put on a PC, on a Mac, on your phone, on tablets, on whatever the device that it is that you want to be sharing that flyer on, and it's not going to be printed, please most of the times try to use the RGB color mode. So that will all be very, very, very important. All right, going down, we have dimensions. These dimensions are quite important. We have in mind what we want to design. Okay, what we want to design here is a social media flyer. All right, what we want to design here is a banner. What we want to design here is an office branding images or whatever it is, whatever we want to design here. So here is where you know what you want to design, and you know the sizes, and you input those sizes. All right, so we have different measurements here, units of measurements. All right, you can see when we go here, we have inches, millimeters, picas, or others call them points. All right, we have points, we have pixels, we have C cells, others like to call them the D dots, and then we have the D dots on their own. We have feet, yards, we have miles, we have centimeters, meters, kilometers, Q and H. Okay, so let's say you want to design something that can be measured in meters or kilometers. So you can basically use the kilometer measurement. Maybe the thing that you want to design is being measured in inches. You can use the inches. It's in millimeters, you can use the millimeters. It's in meters, you can use the meters. So yeah, this is why we have different measuring units here, just to help you, so that you don't get confused depending on what measurements you are using for your design. So this is a very important, because every design has their own measurements. So let's say a business card has its own measurements that are different from maybe banners, different from maybe A4 pages, different from maybe flyers, different from maybe whatever it is that you want to design is of its own measurements and sizes. All right, so yeah, the page that we want to design here will be custom, and we are going to use the millimeters, and this one should be in square. So because we want it to be in square, we are going to make it 200 millimeters by the height should also be 200. You can see the width is 200 and the height is also 200. Orientation of the page is portrait. Here, if you want it to be in landscape, you can also click here, but that won't apply to this page, because this page is in basically what we say is a square, you see. So yeah, that won't even matter. You see here the resolution is 300 dpi. So this is very important. This is a very important, well, that most of the times when you are designing your projects or your creative work or whatever it is that you are working on, make sure that the resolution should at least be 300 dpi. This is very important. Others like to put it 70 or whatever it is, but I like to use it at 300 at the maximum. All right, so you go down here, you find this section of a layout. You see on layout we have paper type, which is custom. All right, so this is the custom paper type that we are going to use. All right, so we have also paper type, different paper types here for different devices. Maybe if you want to design for a device, so we have all paper sizes you want. We have A4s, whatever, business cards, whatever it is that we have here, we also have it here. So this is just for general knowledge and general purposes. This is something that you should just get to know. You need to understand that when you come here, you will see that we have colors. So which colors are we going to design in? All right, we are going to design in CYMK. So this is the CYMK. It's okay. And then we have the RGB. So we have different RGB types. We have different CYMK profiles. We also have grayscale. Grayscale most of the times is most of the times, but grayscale, in other words, it's black and white. You know, so if you want to design in black and white, you can choose grayscale, but it's not really that. It doesn't apply in our case now. All right, so you see here rendering intent. relative color. We have also a few more types of rendering intents here. All right, so those are just some of the things that you have to know, but the most important thing is understanding what we have here, this part, because that part is talking about the main settings that we are supposed to apply to our document. So we are going to name our document, name the numbers, the number of pages that we are going to have, how we are going to view our pages, and then we choose the primary color mode here. Which color mode are we going to use, which we have already talked about. Here we find the dimensions, and then we set our dimensions to whatever it is that we want, and then we find the resolution. Then I think it's okay. Coming to that point, we can say it's okay. We can now create our document in CorelDraw. So here we just go on, because since we have set all the necessary measurements, or the necessary characteristics of our document, we can say okay, it's okay right now, let us go on. So we click on OK. Once we click on OK, this is what will welcome us. Now this is the official interface. All right, this is the main interface, the CorelDraw interface. So you understand, this is what they call software interface. So this is the CorelDraw interface. So in CorelDraw interface, you will find a bit these sections. The first sections is the title bar. The first section is the title bar. On the title bar, you find the name of the document you are working on. So on this title bar, we'll find the name of our document. It starts lessons 01, which is tutorials lesson 01. All right, so this is under the title bar, we have that. Then we have the menu bar. This is the menu bar. Here we have our menus and their drop downs. You see the file menu. Under the file menu, we have the drop downs. All right, under the edit menu, we have these drop downs. Under the view menu, we have these drop downs going further and further. All right, and under the menu bar, we have this one, what we call the status bar. This status bar is a very important and must be understood at all costs. It has to be understood because it is a very useful and very important. All right, so the status bar comprises of the characteristics of the tool that we are using at that moment. So it contains information of a tool that we are using at that moment. All right, what is a tool? Let's go down to it. All right, when you come here, you'll find this section, and this section is called the toolbar. Here we have all the tools that are going to be used in building our graphics in CorelDraw. So all the tools that we need to design a creative design, a creative representation of a graphical in graphical form, we are going to concentrate on this toolbar. So you see, all right, at that we come to that. All right, we'll be looking at each toolbar down here as we go along, mostly today on this tutorial. All right, but let's just leave it for now. We'll go back there, and then here you'll find this is section, and this section is just where you will find the document title, the document that we are working on. So the document that we are working on right now is DATS. This is the document we are working on. This is the document title, and this is the document we are working on. You get, I think you know the difference. This is just the title. this is the document we are working on. So if you want to change and go to another document, or go to another tab, you can go to this tab and you'll find that it's something else. You see, here is something else. Let's say you have opened 5 documents, so each document will show here. Each document that you have opened in CorelDraw will show here. You see, there will be a line of documents here, a queue of documents here. But for now, we have a single document that is open in this. So in this in that perspective, we just go down. All right, going down, you can see we have our rulers and guidelines right here. These are the more important. These are rulers. These rulers are mostly used to make sure that whatever it is that we are designing, or whatever it is that we are working on, is of is well aligned. So we use these rulers to make sure that we are aligning our work. Our work is in line with each other. A very good designer has to understand what alignment is all about. So we'll be looking into that as we are moving further and further and further. So these are just rulers and guidelines. So this is the ruler, this is the ruler, this is the ruler. You see that you will need them as you go along. When you look to the other side, we have the color palette. This is where we have all the colors that are going to be used in this project. This is the color palette, and the color palette is where you just get the colors that you want, or the colors that you will be using in your project. When you, let's say you click here, you find all the different colors under the green. When you click here, you find all the different colors under yellow. So yeah, that's what it is. Coming here, you find these items. We have properties. You see here, so whenever the object, we put the object here, we click on properties. Here all its properties will show, and we'll be able to change the properties under this section. We have the object. All right, we have the text. Whenever we have punched in some text here, we can just go here and manipulate the text depending on our wish, or whatever the way we want it to be. So here we also have something else. All right, you understand? But you just for your own knowledge, you can add or remove these items here if you want. So let's say I want to remove this one. I can't see, I don't know what does it call, object styles. I want to remove object styles. I can remove it just by clicking on this X here, and I can add another one by just clicking on this plus here. When I click on plus, I will have all these items waiting for me to be added there. You see, so it's really important to understand these items. We have oh yeah, good. We have properties, objects, pages, object data, object styles, object symbols, and then everything here, transformations and all the likes under that section. So it's important to understand that. All right, yeah. So as we are going along, we will look at the toolbar, this toolbar. But before we do that, let's save our project, because anything can happen. So to avoid losing the data, losing the work that we have been working, we have we have spent our time on, we always need to save. On PC, you can use a shortcut that is Control S, and on Mac you can use Command S on Mac. All right, so yeah, that is what it is. So we have understood what we have on the interface of CorelDraw, what we will find when we open CorelDraw, what we will be working with. But before we do that, I want us to take a closer look at the toolbar. What are we going to have under the toolbar? All right, so under the toolbar we have a lot of tools that are really important to our work, tools that are going to be used from now and forevermore. I should say like that, because if you are here, it means you're a graphic designer or you are aspiring to be one. So as a graphic designer, you just need to understand these tools, and you just need to understand that these tools, you will need to use them again and again and again and again. All right, so basically at the peak of it, we have the pick tool. The pick tool is a very important. The pick tool is what is used to move objects around to move objects around. So this one is used to pick something and drop it somewhere, pick something and drop it somewhere, pick something and drop it somewhere. Its work is just to pick and drop. You know, it's pick and pay. This one I should just call this one the transporter. This is the man that transports everything here. Pick it here, drop it there, pick it here, drop it here. So you can go here, you see, oh, I want this, and then you pick it, you drop it somewhere. All right, before we go there is something else I should show you. CorelDraw most of the times doesn't come in this theme. CorelDraw most of the times comes in white in white. So the theme most of the times is white, but I like to work on this black theme. So if you want to change your Corel to go to a white theme as the default, you can just come here on tools, go to options, and go to customization. It will load, and this one will welcome you where you have command bars, commands, color palettes, and appearance. So under appearance, we'll just go straight and see, oh yeah, what is it that I want? I want my theme to go to, well, let's say light. Then you click that. You see my CorelDraw now is in light mode. Yeah, so the theme now is light, but I don't like to use this theme, so I choose to cancel it. So I've cancelled, and you see now it's back to the black. All right, so that's that. And then we were talking about the pick tool. We have understood about the pick tool. Going down, we have the shape tool. The shape tool, you can also get it just by clicking F10 as a shortcut. So a shape tool is a tool that is used to create shapes or to make shapes, or it is used to cut. Most of the times it's a cutter. It is used to cut different objects into any shape that you want them to be. So this one, I can't cut it right now, but I can cut something. So let's say I want to cut a picture. Or this vector that we have here can be turned into a picture. Let's say I duplicate it by clicking on Control D on PC, or Command D on Mac, or else just hitting a plus. So I have a duplicate, so we have two of them. The other one is this one, and the other one of this one. So I want to turn this one into bitmap. I come here and find this guy and click, and you see I have all these other settings that I have, but I just want to convert it to bitmap. So I have converted it to bitmap. It's now a picture. It's now in picture form, and I want to make a shape out of it. I can use this guy here, or just click F10. Come here, and come here, cut, all right, and delete the nodes. I've created a shape, you see. So this cutter, this guy, is used to create shapes or make different shapes simply by cutting and reshaping whatever it is that you want to do with this guy. This guy can do that for you. It's just on how you practice to use this guy. So this is the shape tool. Under the shape tool, we have other tools as well. We have the smooth tool, and also we have other so this one is just used to smoothen the edges. So you can use this one to make the edges smooth depending on how you want them to be. So this one, the smooth tool, is just used to smoothen the objects by dragging its outline. So the outline, this line is called the outline. So when you are dragging this part using the smooth tool, it means you are smoothening them so that they should be as smooth as possible. When you go down, we have the smear tool. This is also just a brother to the smooth tool. So let's say this is just what this one does, and then I've done the smearing that this one is capable of doing. So you see, all right, we have the smear tool, we have the twirl, we have the attract and repel, we have the smag, and we have the roughen. All these are just under the shape, because these ones are aimed at making shapes. So here we have the crop tool. The crop tool, you know what it does. It's just here to crop a certain area or to crop something, as we always do in cropping images or whatever it is that we want to crop each and every time. So this is basically something that we use most of the time. So you want a crop tool in CorelDraw, you will find it here. It's here waiting for you. And then here we also have a knife. A knife is used to cut objects. So you can use the knife to do whatever you want with the knife. All right, you can slice an object or split it into two separate objects with a knife, either directly with a gap or an overlap. So you understand, that's what a knife does. You see, you can cut a certain object using the knife. So that's what we will be looking at. We'll be looking at that. For now, let's just continue moving, because we have a lot of objects that we need to look. So this one is virtual document segment delete, and we have an eraser. Eraser is just something that is used to delete something, to delete certain parts, or maybe do any removing some things that are not needed in our documents. All right, so here we just have the zoom. We have zoom and pan. These ones are common basic, so you know zoom. And then CorelDraw, zoom is Z. You just click on Z, you find that you are able to zoom, and then when you want to zoom out, you just left click, and you are able to zoom out your work. All right, going down here, we have the freehand tool. The freehand tool is used in drawing. We want to draw, let's say we want to draw a line, or we want to draw something, anything that we want to draw Yeah, and we want to draw a car. We want to draw a car. Anyway, you just forgive me. I won't be I won't give you a smooth drawings at the moment, but this one is used for drawing, so that's what you need to know. Under there we have the 2-point line tool. The 2-point line tool is basically something that you just use to draw a line, a normal line, 2 point A to B. You know, this is A, point B. So this is the this is the 2-point line tool. So it's used to just draw a line from point A to point B. There we also have the bullseye. This one is used to make curves. Let's say you want to make a curve, or you want to create anything that you want, but that should be in curve. You can use the bullseye tool. All right, under there we also have the pen. The pen is also used for drawing, so is also used for drawing anything that you want. So mostly what we have here is just objects, or not only objects, but tools that are used in CorelDraw to come out with at least a very good graphical representations of any work of any type can be created in CorelDraw. This is just the beginning. We are yet to see what CorelDraw can do for us, and I hope you're going to like it. All right, going next, as we said, the pen tool. We have the BP line. This is the BP line. Most of the times when we are using these tools, you should always take note of what is happening under the status bar. When you click on a tool, the status bar brings out the characteristics of that tool, or things that you can change about that tool, or the information of that tool. So if you can see the BP line under the status bar, we have its hairline here, or maybe others call it the outline. We have this what we call line style. We have a lot of information about this shape that we have created here under the status bar. So we can use the status bar to give this one a better look, or maybe just add or subtract something that we want. All right, so you should always make sure that you are taking note of this. And the other thing that you should always pay attention to are shortcuts to each and every tool that we are using. Make sure that you know the shortcuts, because that will help you in the future when you want to work as fast as possible. All right, so going down under this section, you find the polyline and the 3-point curve. All those are working towards creating lines, but in different forms and different shapes. So if you want to go for shapes, it's all available here. Here it's all just about zoom. Here you will find the crop tool and his friends there, and here is the pick tool, and here is the shape tool. All right, going down here you find a painterly blush. All right, so this one is just a blush tool that comes with, you see, with its own styles. So if you want to paint something and with that brush, you can use it. It's always available there. We have artistic media here, you see. So this is what artistic media can do for us. These are the tools, so don't forget that, and this is the toolbar. Don't forget that these are the tools that we have in CorelDraw. You should always pay attention to what we call shortcuts of each tool. So we have the live sketch and the smart drawing. All right, here we have the rectangle. This rectangle is just used to draw rectangles and anything. Whenever you draw that rectangle, always understand and always know that we have these characteristics here. These ones under the status bar. So you should always pay attention to the status bar. It's very important. You will know why as we go along. All right, so coming there, down there, we have the 3-point rectangle. You see, so it's basically the very same thing. It's basically the very same thing, but just with a different look. All right, so here we have artistic media, and under here you just find. All right, we have talked about this one. We haven't. We are also done with this one, and here we will find. This guy, this is the eclipse tool and the 3-point eclipse. So ellipse tool is like this. You want to draw a circle maybe. All right, you use the ellipse tool to draw a circle, and you want to draw a 3-point ellipse, you use the very same guy, and you use this guy to draw this one. So that's what you will find on the ellipse tool, and here's our friends, the 3-point ellipse. So yeah, here we have the polygon, the star, the spiral, the common shapes, and the impact tool, and the graph paper. So most basically the polygon is just something like this, and you can put the number of sides you want it to have. In mine, I wanted to have 6 sides. This is what I have created after getting it 6 sides. You can see I've used the status bar to add a shape to it. All right, so that's what the polygon is all about. Yeah, we have the star. It will draw a star for you. The spiral will draw a spiral for you. The common shapes will draw common shapes for you. And then we have the graph paper and the impact tool. All right, so this is what we have under there. Here we have the text. We have the text and the table. The text is just the tool that you will be using when you want to write something. So I've picked the text tool, and I have written that using the text tool. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Bring it here. I want to add color to it. I'll just click on it, highlight it, and come here and pick a color that I want. I'll click on that color, and you see it's now laid. All right, so that's how we use the text tool, and you can add any fonts you want to it, change, manipulate the way you want it, put it where you want by using most of its information is on the text, is on the this guy here we call the status bar, or else the properties. These are the 2 places where you can find more information about this guy, the text, or any other object that is here. All right, so that's that. Going down, you will find that we have parallel dimensions here, horizontal or vertical dimensions, angular dimensions, segment dimensions, and two-leg callout. So parallel dimensions, something like that. And we have this one of different types under this area. Here we just have this guy. All right, let's delete this one. We just click on that and delete. When we go here, we'll find the connector tool. The connector tool and the anchor editing. All right, these ones just helps to connect different segments or different nodes in your illustrations. So you can see you can connect this area and that area using a connector tool. And we have the anchor editing, because this one helps us to edit the anchors. You see, anchor, you know what an anchor is? An anchor is a point where something starts from, or maybe, I should say something starts from. So this is an anchor. And you can edit that anchor using anchor editing tool. All right. So that's very, 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 very important to know. The anchor editing and the connector tool. Here we have these ones, the shadow, the contour, the blend, the distort, the envelope, the extrude, and the broke shadow. The shadow is something like this. You want to make a shadow of the shape that we created here. Remember that we did cut this shape with a knife, so we have two shapes here. So you can see I clicked on the shadow and I've made a shadow of this one. You see down here, this is the shadow. All right, so we go there, we go there again and find the contour. This is the contour. The contour most of the times is it's just basically a tool that is used to create contours. You see, it's like that. So this is what a contour can do for you. It connects. You can see here we have pinned it to the ellipse we created. Then we have created another ellipse. This is what a contour does. It has understood this ellipse, and it has created a contour from its characteristics. So yeah, you can see that's what a contour can do for you. We have a brand. So we understand what brand is all about. So yeah, I think this one will take time for us. So, but it's not it's a very important, and we'll continue learning more about the brand tool and their friends as we go along. So we have the distort, we have envelope, we have extrude, and we have block shadow. Most of these tools you can be practicing on your own. They are very important. The other most important tool that we want to learn here is this tool we call the transparency tool. The transparency is used to edit the transparency of each and every object that we are using in CorelDraw. So using the transparency tool, I have managed to create this transparency layers or transparency levels here using the transparency tool. So with this tool you can make gradients, you can change the transparency levels, you can do manipulate any shape, anything, any bitmap, any object that you have in your document. All right, going down here we have the color eyedropper. this color eyedropper is very important because it is used to pick and drop colors. You see, I've picked it here, and I want to pick this color, and I want to drop it here. You see, I've picked the color here and dropped it here. So this is why they call it the color eyedropper tool. It's very important to know it. And down here we have the interactive fill. The interactive fill is just something that is used to fill objects. So you can see here, using the interactive fill, I've managed to fill it, this section, and I can fill it the way I want. I can make it be of my choice. So you can see that using the interactive fill, I've managed to change the look of this ellipse. So I've used the interactive fill and the contour to make this look like this. All right, so this is one of the most important tools that you need to understand. So we have the smart fill. This is just another tool that we have to understand. Using the smart fill, you can fill objects and make them look the way you want them to look. So basically that's how the smart fill works. And also we have the mesh tool. The mesh tool, you can use it to add the colors of your choice in a mesh form. So with that, you can create any different colors on the same objects, but with different colors. So let's say I want it to be all right. So this tool is taking a bit too long for us, and the video, and it might make this video be long. I don't want that. Of course, it's already too long, I know, but basically we can wrap it up by looking at this section. You can see this section is very important as well. This is the page bar. This is where we find the status of the pages. And this is the scroll bar. This is the bar where you can scroll and know the position of your document in CorelDraw. Here's the color palette. The colors that we have used here in this document are available here, so you don't need to waste time here. You can be just moving around with the colors that you have already used in the document here. Here we have the very same guy. The color palette that adds colors here. So here is the page bar. As I said, you can just, in case you want to add a page or remove a page, you can see there is a plus here. After clicking that, I've added a page 2, and when you click on that page 2, you will find that it has information on it. You can rename the page. When you left click on that page, that is, you can rename the page and set a page after. That's adding another page, or instead of page before. All right, so you can duplicate or delete the page or switch page orientations. Whatever you want is there. So it's under the menu there. So I want to delete it. I'll just delete this page. This is what I have created today. This is the document we have created, and we have used this document to learn the interface, the CorelDraw interface. In the next episode, we'll continue on learning the CorelDraw interface. We'll look at the menu bar and the status bar and a few more areas that are of importance. Then we'll move do the actual creation of graphics in CorelDraw. So just make sure that you are here, we are together as we are moving into the journey of discovering what CorelDraw has to offer for us as graphic designers. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe, and always make sure that you share a video with a friend who is interested in learning CorelDraw or any other software that we will be sharing with you on this channel. So thank you always, and make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon. Once again, I say goodbye for today.